Yo, what's going on? Wake up now, fam. Look, so there's a lot of confliction going on around with uplines, downlines, cross lines. Different organizations are doing different things, right? That's totally cool, right? And the one thing I noticed at convention in Utah was that a lot of different people were building their businesses a lot of different ways, right? For example, you got Franco Gonzalez and John Chapman and the Simple Freedom team doing their thing online. You got Darren Fryer, Dean Christner, Brandon Scott Jones, all the homies doing it at Founders Legacy. Dan Speruzzi. These guys are doing it the traditional way, right? They're throwing home events. They're doing three-way calls with their business partners. And then you got guys like Daryl YG out in, I believe he's from Texas. He's doing he's got the Hub Hive Center, and he's doing events there, right? He's got his own actual office. So the thing is, there's a lot of different ways to do it, right? And then you got other guys who are out, on college campuses, like passing out flyers, right? Doing the prospecting thing. Look, as a brand new IBO, the very first thing you must do is just learn the products, right? Learn the products, become a product of the product. That's the very first thing to do. The strategies and the failing forward process is going to happen by default, by the amount of effort that you put into this business. So I just wanted to emphasize, and I made a huge list of all the ways that I know on how to grow a network marketing business, with this social distribution network, right? So here we go. Very first thing that we can do is prospecting and lead generation, right? Because at the end of the day, prospecting and lead generation, it's, you can do it both offline and offline, right? Prospecting, I remember when I first got started, I went and used to go to the local college campus, and this is in a previous company when I was like 18, and I would dress up in a tie, with a tie and a dress shirt, and I would go up to people and I would do like a survey, right? A quote-unquote survey, and be like, oh, we'll call you back with your results, and it was basically, that was the cold call, right? That's how you prospected. And then there's online lead generation, right? And you can get online leads, right? You can either go buy them, or you can, put them in what's called the capture page, and I'll go down that on this list. But basically, lead generation is key. That is essential, be it offline or offline. The next thing is you have the PS3 system right here, right? Logan Shippey has a really, really good video on the PS3 system. Anytime a new IBO asks me, hey, so what's something I could do, I refer them to that video. That's something that's really, really good. It works if you know how to close sales for your newest IBOs. That's definitely something that anybody can do. But again, remember, it's not about necessarily, what types of strategies are out there that works. It's about what's duplicatable. What can the average person come into this business and do? When you figure that out with whatever works for you and your personality and how you vibe and how you want your organization to grow, then things are really going to kick off. But, it's basically just piquing interest, showing the video, getting your prospect on a three-way call with a successful business partner. I don't like saying upline. I just like, we're all business partners, right? With a successful business partner who already has the results, right? And then you let them do all the telling, sharing, and explaining on your behalf, right? So, and again, that's a really good system that works. Another thing is cold calling your cold prospects. All that is you when you're going off to those college campuses or whatever, you have that huge list and you're making those phone calls. You're drilling them away. You're following a script that either one of your business partners gave to you, or something that you came up with on your own, or maybe you found a video on YouTube that you really liked and you're like, oh, I'm going to translate this into text and I'm going to use it as a cold calling script. Those are different things like that, right? And typically when you cold call, you're setting people up for home events, which I'll get to. Next thing is calling your warm market list, right? And that's basically making your list, right? And you always hear most network marketers saying, start with your warm market, right? It's always the best place to start. I say no. I say don't start with your warm market. Here's why. The newest IBO, right? The newest person that comes into your business, they're going to be pumped. They're going to be excited, jacked out of their mind, like they just took some pre-workout and they're about to go squat like 1,000 pounds, right? Like they're just pumped. They're excited, right? If you did it correctly, they're excited. Here's the problem. When you tell them to go ahead and contact their friends or their family, all the warm market, right? Coworkers, whatever. The problem is that they don't know everything, and so they should not even be saying anything. Remember, step one is become a product of the product. If they don't know the products and services, how can they talk about it? They're just going to butcher the entire message, And so when they tell it to that person, they're like, oh crap, and then they finally do learn, say, PS3, and then they get you on a three-way call with your business partner. It's like they already hurt that friend one time, so now the friend's less likely to actually want to join business with them, right? So I say go after the cold market first, right? Go after the cold market first, buy the leads, whatever, cold call them, right? That way, or Facebook chat, and let them learn and fail that way, right? Obviously, you want to get people up and running off the ground, but at the same time, you need people to fail forward. Because if they burn out all their warm market lists, they're going to feel hopeful, right? Because most people are going to be like, oh man, I don't know anybody else. What am I going to do? So that's what I believe. I believe that maybe that person should go out and fail forward with a lot of cold prospects before they just start attacking the warm market, right? Let them get some experience and then ease them into that warm market and be there to help them hands-on. Next thing we have is home and hotel events, right? I don't know how many people do hotel events unless it's like a big regional or something like that, but I used to do hotel events back in a previous company years ago. Rent it out for like, $80 for the night, whatever, real small room, or home events, right? And typically when you do the cold calling or the warm market prospecting, you will get those people and invite them to that home event. So that's another way you can do it. And then you do the presentation, you share the video, and then maybe you get like, one of a Pearl executive or a Ruby or an executive on a Skype chat. If they can't be there in person, you have them share everything and you just put it on a computer and plug it into a TV, and then they can talk to everybody, even though they can't see them. So that's a really good way to do that. It's almost like PS3, but just in a group setting. The next one we have buying leads and cold calling those leads, right? So now you're saying buying leads, like, whoa, this is a whole nother ballpark, right? Because most people here within this company, they're telling you, hey, you need to contact your friends. And look, the thing is, if you want to get big, you got to be able to scale, right? It's something I took from Mark Cuban. He says you need to be able to scale a business before it even comes. Like the idea needs to be scalable, right? And it has to be in a marketplace that's competitive. If it's not competitive, that there's no proof that the market even wants it, and if it's not scalable, why even do it? If you're going to think a thought, you might as well think big, right? So buy the leads. You can buy leads online. If you Google it and buy phone number leads, you're going to find a ton of websites. There's a ton of resources. I don't know exactly which ones work and which ones don't, but that's just going to be something you're going to have to go through trial and error and actually invest some money, right? Invest some skin in the game. The next thing is buying leads and hiring a call center to close for you, right? So there, in another company, it was crazy. These guys actually, they would advertise online. They would have capture pages and get the phone numbers, and then they would just take those phone numbers and they paid a call center to close the leads for them. It's almost kind of like Wake Up Now's doing right now with the One Academy, right? The One Mentor. How they're gonna get all your leads for you and call on your behalf and close for you, and so you'll get that IBO and it's like guaranteed. It's the same concept, except when you hire a call center, it is commission based, so you have to negotiate that with an actual call center. In some call centers actually even have the leads for you, and you just go and pay a monthly fee, and they'll say, okay, John or Jane, we'll do 1,000 calls a month for you, 1,000 calls a month, and we're not going to ask for commission. We just need a flat rate, or they'll haggle with you for a commission-based thing where it's like, okay, everybody we sign up, you pay us, $10, $20, something like that. So that's something you have to work out with the call center. I know one call center that's really popular is Alorica. That's a really popular one. You could just type in, call centers and then your city, and maybe you'll find one. Maybe you can walk in, check them out, and see what they can do for you. All right, so the next one is radio advertising. Right, radio advertising is it's pretty explainable. I mean, that's a little more complicated, but it does work. You can just go to like maybe a hip hop station or something and say you have a place, over in front of a hotel or just in a parking lot, and you're like, hey, come over here to get your free something, and you're giving something away for free. Chances are, if you're blasting on the radio 2 or 3 times, that you'll have some people come over, and that's a way to get some traffic, right? Some physical people going to see you. Another thing I thought of today was, and it's not on this list, but like farmers markets, right? I saw somebody at a local farmers market today. They had a booth up, and it was for those tummy strap things, right? And that's a network marketing company, guys. You guys can go and pay like the $80 for the day or whatever to have a farmers market spot. Lock that in, take a booth, just get a table and just have information right there about Wake Up Now. Have your laptop, maybe have a mobile hotspot so you can play somebody the video, or have a flat screen in the back of you where the video is just on repeat. Like, you know, you'd be surprised at how many people would come and actually check that out, and how much foot traffic there actually is there, right? I mean, if you just like had a sign there that says, how would you like to save 22% on your phone bill? Someone would say, oh crap, like what is that? Or, you know, if you had some type of angle with the energy drinks, maybe. There's a lot of different ways to do that, but a farmer's market is definitely another way to get some foot traffic, and so are radio advertisements. Although I believe personally that radio advertisements are probably a little too complicated unless you know somebody that does like that can conduct and orchestrate a good radio ad. All right, another one is advertising on the internet. Now there are a lot of ways to do this, right? So I'll just come up here and draw, and there's one way. It's what's called PPC advertising. PPC advertising is essentially just you know, pay per click, meaning anytime somebody searches a certain search term on the internet, your advertisement will pop up to the right or on the top of Google, right? Or Bing. Right now, Bing is cheaper than Google, so advertising on Bing is actually more cost effective if you're on a budget, right? The only downside about this is that, again, a new IBO that comes in, you're not gonna be like, hey, yeah, you should do PPC traffic and stuff and learn how to do that. It's complicated if you don't understand internet marketing. Another way you could do it, which is actually kind of easier, is Facebook advertising. I'm sure you guys sometimes see something on Facebook that intrigues you, but a lot of you don't know that some of them are advertisements, right? And the only purpose of an advertisement is to get a click. That's it. That's all. That's the only purpose it is, right? It's to pique interest. It's the same thing that we do when you're hanging out with a friend. You're going to talk to somebody, and you're just there to obviously build a relationship with them, but you're going to pique interest, right? It's the same concept, right? So there's PPC advertising on Google, and then there's like Facebook PPC, which just means, you know, PPC on Facebook, and then there's like the Bing. So that's Bing, and then you can even advertise on like Twitter. Twitter has some good advertising platform right now. I'm not sure how they actually perform, but that's a good way to get some clicks. Another way is you can do what's called you can buy solo ads, right? And buying a solo advertisement, all that essentially means is it's a solo advertiser. So that means that here's somebody who has either, say, a newsletter, or they have a really big email list in the make money online niche or in the network marketing niche, and these people can deliver a certain amount of clicks, right? And clicks, again, one click represents one person. So 1,000 clicks represents 1,000 people. So for example purposes, let's say that they email their list, and with your, say, capture page links and a capture page, all its purpose is to get an email. You might see something like this. It says it's like a page. Oops. Let me go back up. There it is. It's like a page, right? And then it has like maybe a video, and then it has like, you know, a little field for your name, email, and then here's like a button right here that says like, yes, get me my free video, or yes, get me my ebook. And all the purpose of this page is to get leads. That's the only purpose of a capture page, right? And so you just send a ton of traffic to this page, right? Tons of traffic, in hopes that this page will convert to get you a certain high percentage of leads. So if you got, say, 1,000 clicks and it converted at 30%, that means you're going to get 300 leads, which is pretty good. It's actually pretty common. 30% conversion rate on a capture page is pretty set in stone, right? Now 45% conversion rates, 450 leads out of 1,000 clicks. That's like, whoa, you got a really good capture page, or you have really good traffic. So you can buy solo advertisements where these guys will blast their list. Blast means email. They'll send that email to with your link in their email to their email list of, say, 100,000 subscribers. They'll deliver 1,000 clicks to you, and then you'll get, you know, anywhere from, say, you know, 100 to 400 leads, depending on how optimized your capture page is, right? So that's That's a solo ad. Solo ads are actually kind of cooler because you just go straight to the traffic source. You don't have to try to like haggle or figure out like PPC on Google or Facebook or Bing or Twitter. You just go straight to the source. You go straight to the person with the list and you say, hey, I want this many clicks. I'm a first-time buyer. I haven't done this before, but I heard this is something that's really good. And you ask them, what kind of traffic do you have? I'm looking to convert traffic for Wake Up Now, for kind of a work from home business opportunity. Can you deliver me 1,000 quality clicks? I'm a first time buyer, and you can also sometimes negotiate a deal, and even get a deal from, say, I don't know, $500 for 1,000 clicks down to like $350, right? And it's a lot more cost effective. The only issue again is for the newest IBO, they can be trained on this. It's not super hard to do. You do, however, have to come up with maybe a training video or tutorial that you can give the new IBO and say, hey, this is how I bought this. Here's how you do it. Or you could have, say, a weekly Google Hangout where you're going and doing it once a week or twice a week or once a month, and you just record it and put it on YouTube and list it as private and share it with your newest IBOs and say, hey, here's how we do it. Here's how we do it. And then on your weekly Hangouts, you can then coach everybody. Okay, everybody, is everybody having, and you just bring your team on and you become that leader that you want your newest IBOs to also become. So those are the advertising ways. That's how you advertise on the internet. The next thing that it takes a lot of time and failure as well. Again, this probably isn't the best thing for the newest IBO, but if you do have these skill sets, you can build your network marketing business this way. It's starting a blog and blogging about the industry, right? This means blog about, the Wake Up Now convention, blog about another company's convention, blog about, your products and services, blog about another company's products and services, blog about your experience in network marketing, blog about what you're learning, blog about books and certain motivational speakers, right? Blog about your health and your fitness and just wellness and prosperity, right? These are all the types of things that people on the internet search for, right? People are going to search for this type of stuff, and when you start getting traffic from the search engines to your blog, well, now you can have strategically placed banner advertisements on the right and the left-hand sides of your blog, and people will click those and then go to your capture pages, and you can get leads that way. Or you can have your phone number up there, or you can have your Instagram, icon on there. Maybe you can get more followers on Instagram if you advertise on Instagram, right? That's another way to do it, is Instagram. But blogging and stuff, that's definitely a good way to grow your network marketing business. It does take a lot longer in terms of longevity, in terms of time to really have that start to self-perpetuate and really start to get on a roll. But once it does, it's probably one of the most powerful marketing tools you can have. Another thing you can do is, it's almost like a blog, except it's called a vlog, right? Video blog, right? That's all vlog stands for. You don't have to go and set up a website. All you really have to do is set up a YouTube channel, right? And I mean, when you think about it, listen to Eric Worre, right? Eric Worre is nothing super special, right? And I say that with total respect, but I remember visiting a marketing blog where he reveals how all you need is a little cheap $50-$60 camera. Now you can even just use your cell phone, get a tripod, and just record, right? Start to deliver helpful content, useful content, stuff that inspires people emotionally, right? Because when you trigger someone's emotions, you're going to be able to capture their attention and direct them to where you want them to go. If you notice, Eric Worre, all of his blog posts on his blog, yes, networkmarketingpro.com is a blog. All of those posts are just YouTube videos with a short description of a title. That's it. And he gets his views from YouTube. The traffic goes from YouTube to Network Marketing Pro, and he gets all that traffic and exposure back to Network Marketing Pro. That's how he's blown up this network marketing industry, guys. That's exactly how he did it. He just made really useful, helpful, carefully orchestrated YouTube videos and blew it up. That's exactly how he did it. You can do it the exact same way. Obviously, define your own style. Don't just like copy him and be like, I'm going to be Eric Worre. I mean, you can. It's proven. You can totally do it, but be you. Be authentic. People are going to connect with you. They're not going to connect with another drone, right? Nobody's going to, I mean, if another Jersey Shore came out, the viewers would probably be cut in half, right? Because nobody wants to see that again. Some people want something unique, right? So be unique, be authentic if you're going to go with the YouTube style. Another thing you can do, and I believe this is the last one, is joining an online system that does all of the work for you. So remember how we talked about, capture pages over here. These are the capture page. This is a capture page right here. Right. Again, the only purpose of the capture page is to capture leads, right? The entire process works like this. And it's both offline and offline, right? It goes traffic, leads, sales. That's it. Or in our case, IBOs. But essentially, even IBOs are just sales, right? It's a sale. You're selling someone on why they should join the business. So traffic, right? So an online system, how it'll work is you go out and buy the traffic, right? And there's going to be some free training in there to get some traffic. So the step one is they're going to send you, you're going to join this system. It's probably going to cost you a monthly residual fee, or you can join the Simple Freedom team and Founders Legacy and team up and join the Simple Freedom team for free, right? You'll get access to the system for free as long as you're a part of Wake Up Now. And if you're not, just join Wake Up Now and you'll get access to the free training. It's awesome, right? I love it. And so all you do is you get the traffic, and you get the traffic through all these ways I just talked about, through advertising online with Facebook PPC, although I highly recommend the fastest freaking way is just to buy solo ads. You're going to get leads. I mean, you can even seriously post ads on Craigslist and get leads, right? You can put your link on your well, what is it called, on your Instagram. Yeah, you put your link on your Instagram. A really great example is check out Julian Kushner. A lot of people think that Julian Kushner is just, did it all with home meetings and events and stuff. He didn't. He leveraged the power of the internet. I asked him at the event, I said, Julian, like, what's the number one advice you could give somebody who is marketing online? And he said, Chris, just be authentic, be yourself, be who you are, but put a level of entertainment in there, because people at the end of the day want to be entertained, and the internet is just another outlet for media. So entertain people, but still be authentic. So that's what I took. And if you look on Julian's Instagram, you click that link, it says like Wealth with Julian or something like that. Click that, see where it takes you. It'll take you to a lead capture page where Julian's capturing your emails through one of these systems, right? I don't know what system he's using, but I'm sure I could find out. But that's all he's doing. It's a lead generation process, right? So first things first, you got to get those leads. Get the traffic to your capture page, right? To this capture page over here. Get the leads here. All the traffic. Get all this that traffic right there. This page is going to convert those people into leads. Then what's going to happen is, from that point, they're going to get put on what's called an email autoresponder. And an email autoresponder is almost acts as a hub that stores all these leads for you, all this information. They store all this information for you, and from that point, automatic emails go out. On say day one. On day one, they get an email. On day 3, they get an email. On day 5, they get an email. On day 7, and then maybe day 10, or then 11, and then maybe day 15, right? It's just like a constant follow-up, right? So you're not having to get on the phone, you're not having to constantly call people and try to get them on a 3-way call with your upline. It's just you building that relationship with them, but through these automatic pre-written messages. For me personally, in my experience, I've learned that you have to have a combination of the automated messages to leverage your time, right? So let's say on a Friday, like I just forgot to email my list. That message goes out automatically. But at the same time, you still want to bring your own authenticity in there. You always want to email your list, right, of all these subscribers, aka the leads that you just got that came through this capture page. You want to get all those subscribers and email them yourself to build that relationship. Share your Facebook pictures with them, or just give value, right? You find a nice article on CNN Money or a cool video on YouTube, share it. Something on Facebook, share it. A picture of a cool quote on Instagram, share that with them, right? People want to connect with other people, and so this is just a median to do that. It is not the end-all be-all. It's not just, oh, I'm a robot, and then just not build a relationship with people. This is still network marketing. This is just a way to leverage your time, because at the end of the day, we all want our own time. That's why we're all in this business. We want to leverage our time, right? Because when you hit, say Founder 7 and you have 900 people in your organization, those are 900 people that are leveraging your time. It's the same concept with this. You don't have to have 900 people or even 2 people in your organization to leverage your time. As long as you get plugged into a system like, say, Simple Freedom, you can have your time leveraged, right? It's really, really cool. So 2 things happens when you deliver that value. It's going to resonate with a lot of people. People are going to unsubscribe from your email list, and some people are just going to sign up as IBOs. It's freaking crazy. I know a lot of you might not believe it, but it happens. It freaking happens. I mean, how many times have you seen an advertisement? You know, you got on Facebook one day, or you were just on Google and you were clicking around and you clicked something. You didn't know it was an advertisement, but you clicked on it, entered your email, you got an email, and then you checked your email, you clicked a link, you went to a sales page, and you're like, oh shit, I really like this, and you pulled out your card and you bought. It's probably happened to some of you. It's honestly probably happened to some of you. And the power that I love about the internet personally is that it's a 24/7, 365 days a year storefront. It's the same concept with Wake Up Now. It is a 24/7, 365 days a year storefront, right? It's an open invite opportunity to everybody, whether they're in Mexico or Guam or freaking, you know, Rhode Island. It doesn't matter where this person is, as long as, you know, you're directing your traffic to certain countries that you want to build teams in, or even just anywhere in the United States. Really, you're giving people that open invitation to, hey, get on my email list and get my updates, right? Or hey, stay connected with me on Facebook, right? And then what that's going to do is it's going to come over here and it's going to do step 3 for you, and it's going to make those sales for you. And that's the entire point of Wake Up Now. Obviously, we know our products and services are super valuable, and we want people to get the benefits. You know, wholeheartedly, I want everybody to save, manage, and make money. I want people to get on the one fit and become healthier and feel better and have that feel-good energy translate into their everyday lifestyle, so that they can have an overall higher quality of life. That's really what I'm in this for. I'm in this to help other people. And by default, I'm going to help myself. So that's why I do what I do. These are just a lot of strategies. I know I've been talking a bunch. I mean, if you have any questions at all, again, one fam, I threw this in the group right here. I threw this on Facebook to help you guys out, because I know that a lot of you guys, you know, are like I said at the beginning of this video, are being torn between, say, one leader and another leader, right? You got one guy that's talking this game and he has results, and you got another guy talking this game and he has results, right? You have some people doing it offline, some people doing it online. At the end of the day, guys, it always revolves around 3 things: traffic, leads, and sales. Traffic, leads, and sales. Traffic, leads, and sales. Whether you get that traffic from offline, foot traffic, or you get it from online, from advertising, whether you get those leads from writing their name in a spiral-bound notebook, right, and getting their phone numbers, or whether you get those leads online. You know, whether you convert those sales, you know, by hiring a call center, or you convert those sales by getting somebody on your email list and emailing them and having an autoresponder go to work for you. It's always traffic, leads, and sales, right? And it's not about what strategy, it's about what works, right? It's about what can be duplicated for the newest IBO. And what I have found personally that has been duplicated by the newest IBO who's excited about the opportunity but is not excited about getting out of their comfort zone, right? Who's excited about making money but is not excited about all the work that they have to do. Because let's be honest, most of us have, you know, ADD these days. You know, our attention is right? Because we're just always online and we're just constantly scrolling through bundles and bundles of information that we can never get enough of it. And so something really has to hold our attention for us to put it all in, right? To get all of our freaking wholehearted effort. So what I've seen is an online system has worked best, because I know that if I can tell somebody, the newest IBO that comes in through my organization, hey, I brought you in through a Craigslist ad. You remember you saw one of the ads I posted on Craigslist. You clicked the link and then you got through my capture page. You went through my capture page. You started getting my emails and then you signed up with Wake Up Now. Do you remember that? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, cool. Do you think you can go post a Craigslist ad? And they're like, well, yeah, definitely. And I'm like, okay, here you go. Copy and paste this script and go do that. Right? Really simple. Doesn't take a rocket scientist. Oh, and by the way, while that's going to work for you, here is a link to onetrain.com, and we need to get you plugged in with these products, right? Go through all that, and once you're done with that and you have all the apps downloaded and you're seeing more value in the products, you're going to be successful with this, because you don't want to say anything until you know everything. So you see, it's really simple. I can teach somebody something super simple like that can absolutely change their lives. Not only are they going to be able to get all the value from the products, but they're going to be able to duplicate what I'm doing, because I'm a part of an online system that freaking works, right? So whoever your leader is in this business, I encourage you to follow them. I encourage you to follow their teachings. Whoever your leaders are in this business, right? Whoever is telling you to do one thing and another leader is telling you to do another, but they both have the same results, I encourage you to talk to both of them to figure out what's right for you. Because remember, you don't want to be doing something you don't want to do. You want to have fun in this business. You want to enjoy yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, get out. Honestly, enjoy yourself, have fun. We're a family. We're all here to help each other. Most of you watching this video might not even be in my organization, and that's totally cool. I'm making this video because I know that next time we see each other at the next, corporate event, you're going to be on stage, I'm going to be on stage, we're all going to be on stage, and you're going to be like, damn, Chris, I remember when you were making these videos, bro, and you were dropping all those nuggets, dude. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I know, man. What strategy did you use? It might not even be the strategy that I use, right? But as long as something works for you that was on this list in this video, we're all going to make this industry better. We're all going to become more successful. We're all going to help other people grow, and we're all going to be able to live our dreams, all right? Let's wake them up.